Hello YouTube, Ro here from You Grow Ro. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider subscribing after you watch this video. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. Today I'm going to be participating in the 2022 T-Nog Spring Garden Wrap-Up. What that means is I'm going to be answering 6 questions that Miss Linda over at the New Orleans Gardener came up with. And then she has created this hashtag T-Nog 2022 Spring Garden Wrap-Up, from which she will create a playlist. And then you can binge watch all the different YouTube creators, content creators who have spring garden wrap-ups to talk about. So here's my answers to those questions. Stick around. Question number 1. Will you have a garden in 2023? Of course I'm going to have a garden in 2023. I can't imagine myself not having a garden ever. I even grow indoors in hydroponics during the winter time when I can't garden outside. So yes, I will be gardening in 2023. I've only been able to garden in containers. I'm still going to do some of that, but I'm moving over to an in-ground garden in 2023, and I'm really excited about it. Question 2. What vegetable you grew but you will not grow in 2023? I would have to say that I don't have a vegetable that I grew this year that I wouldn't grow next year. I would say starting in late April, straight through May, June, and now here into July, I haven't paid much attention to my garden at all. And so if things failed, I didn't blame the seeds or the vegetable. I blame myself. And I credit Mother Nature for giving me any of the harvest that I have right now. Because if anything failed in my garden this year, it was my own fault. I have been extremely busy with the house and the move, and just it's summertime. Life is just happening, and so yeah, there was nothing that I wouldn't regrow this time next year. All right. Let's see, question number 3. What vegetable did you enjoy growing the most in 2022? That's easy. My onions were my pride and joy this year, especially after last year's success. So last year was the first year that I was able to grow and harvest any type of bulb onion. They weren't huge, but they were sizable, and I was just thrilled with myself. And so coming into this growing season, 2022 spring, I, armed with the knowledge that I had from the previous year, I planted my onions in a way that I thought would be beneficial and some in experimental ways, and it worked. I learned that I have a good grasp or a good handle on how I need to successfully grow onions here in my Zone 6 Akron, Ohio garden. So yeah, onions were my, they were my crop this year. Question number 4. One thing you will not do in your garden in 2023. Well, I kind of mentioned this one already. What I won't be doing in my garden in 2023 in my spring garden that I did in 2022 is that I will not be planting in as many containers. Again, I got a new home and I got space that I can grow in ground. In the backyard and even in the front if I wanted to. At the moment, I just have 2 beds set up that I set up yesterday. I'm trying to get them put together, filled, you know, all that stuff in time for fall, because I do have a few small fall crop starts that I started from seed that the birds haven't snatched up yet. So that's what I'll be doing differently. I will be planting in less containers. Question number 5. What does it say? Name a herb, fruit, or vegetable you've never grown, but you will grow in 2023. I know. I meant to grow it this year. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been so sad if it would have been an epic failure. But the crop that I would grow is a fruit, and that fruit would be ground cherries. I have never tasted them. I've been excited about them ever since I heard about them many years ago, but I've never grown them because I knew them to be plants that get really big, and as I already explained, I have been growing in containers and in a small space at that, and ground cherries just wasn't something that I was willing enough to give that much garden space to. So now that I have my yard, I am working on getting some fruit in my garden, in my yard. I do have a 6-in-1 tree, but that's not going to be a while. I ordered some blueberry plants, but those aren't going to be here. They ship in the fall. Same with, I ordered 2 kiwi plants. I'm going to try that. I got a male and a female. Those will be here in the fall as well. I would love to get some grapes, but I couldn't find any that I could order now and have shipped whenever they get in stock. So I'll just have to keep working on finding some grapes. But in the meantime, what I can get right away, some immediate satisfaction, is ground cherries. So that's what I'll be growing in 2023 that I didn't grow in 2022. And the final question is, sum up your 2022 spring garden season. My 2022 season was unexpected. It was fruitful. It was fun. It was full of surprises. I had completely different plans for the spring 2022 garden than what ended up happening, but it was still such a rewarding experience. I still got so much food out of it. I still got so many flowers and teas and so much stuff out of that garden. And it's not done yet. I'm working on getting this summer garden a little better off than it started out, but give it some time and it'll be okay. We still got about, I want to say 75 days left in our season. Don't quote me on that, but that'll give me plenty of time to get, some more stuff in there and have it be well established and really, really, do some production for me. But yeah, oh my gosh, I loved this spring gardening season. It was great. Even though I spent less time in it than I normally would, this was a great season. I still learned a lot. So that concludes it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my answers to my questions, and I will see you in the next video. And a final thank you to Miss Linda at TNOG, the New Orleans Gardener. All right, bye guys.